Stern's Lord of the Rings. This game is awesome. I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, but I am a fan of the pinball machine. Kind of like Congo. So, there's a couple of shots here that the PinSnake can handle. You have your left orbit, goes underneath here, goes behind the tower. I don't know the names of the Lord of the Rings. I know orcs and ghosts and Gandalf. So, or that's not something. I don't know who that is. That's the bad guy, that's the good guy. Balrog. So I'm going to be really bad with names, so you can all just make fun of me after. But basically, you have your left shot here. You have another left shot here that horseshoes right underneath there, comes down the tower. This mill shot comes over into the orc lanes. You have this ramp here that does a 180-degree turn, comes down the sword path over here. You have a trail here. Then you have behind the ring here, and wraps around, it comes out here. Shooter lane, in lanes, and all kinds of other fun stuff. Okay, let's start with the left orbit shot. Place the snake right down here. Bring him all the way up. And feeds right here. I don't know if you can see that. Yep. See him poking right underneath the ring. And then we come through this little mini shot here. Now this 180 is right here. And it feeds into the top of the habit trail. So you can't go past it. You can't go all the way forward. You just gotta stop there. If you really want to get down there, you can start at the top of the habit trail here. Lift this little gate up. Let's go this way. It's tight. You feed it down. You gotta hold that gate up, because it's a triangle shaped gate, so it will catch the snake. Okay, so I'm also going to clean this part, the Gandalf shot, let's call it, and it goes right underneath the gold ramp into the orcs. Now there's a gate right on the other side of here, so I'm going to hold that gate up and just clean this little area. While I'm here, I can move the Balrog out of the way and clean up the spinner ramp. Okay, for the right orbit, which is going to feed into the rollover lanes, so we'll come down here, feed it up. You see it just poke its head right there. There's a gate, so you can be very careful. It gets caught, you just got to lift it up parallel. And you have this ramp here where there's a gate as well. Now that's tight, so you don't want to mess with that too much. Since it's open, you can just clean it with a rag. Since the sword covers up some of that ramp as well, I can feed right here, snake through, right to that plastic. Okay, for the pop bumper area, some of it's open, some of it's closed, but I can actually feed the snake right here. Oh, you can see it in the crystal ball. Right there, look at that, how cool is that? Very cool. Perfect. And go all the way up into the R lane. Just tilt the camera a bit. And I can even come here, just feed it through the C lane. And then the O lane on the left side, which is behind Gandalf on the horse. And I also believe that from here, this feeds down underneath the ramp into your right orbit. And if you get caught, just stop and reassess. I can even come in from the left here. I'm gonna put my finger through, just find a way to grab that snake and bring him through here. So I put my finger on the cloth, and I'm just using the cloth to drag it. Now I can get in there, underneath the ramp, and all that. For the Path of the Dead, it's covered by plastic. The rollover shots are these little posts. So I'm going to come from the bottom here. and just gently clean it up here, clean it up here. I'm not gonna force it. Just gonna kind of nudge him up there. You can see he can make his way in there. There's a wire form here, so I can put my finger right underneath the plastic against the wire form and clean up here. And guide it here. Use the head and guide the head a little bit. Remember, you don't always have to hold the snake from the stick. That's a tricky one. There's a lot going on here, so you gotta just be careful because it's gonna come up. It comes up from the behind here somewhere. Oh, there's a vuck, right? Where is it? Oh, it's underneath the tower. So it pops up from the tower and rolls out this way. But since this is open, you can slide the whole playfield out and clean that area too. But for that part under the glass, without taking it apart, notice how I'm doing it like a figure 8. I'm not trying to go straight up one lane the other. I'm going this way, or this way, this way. Then give the snake a little bit of a nudge. So head knows where to go. There we go. Okay, for the shooter lane, it's pretty open. There are some mods on this table, so just gonna be careful. It's really cool. They got all these little fighting statues of orcs and cool stuff like that. I don't know Lord of the Rings very well, so I'm being very careful because looks like they use zip ties to hold those figurines in, and you can hear it scratching a little bit. Just enough to get in there. Okay, for the in-lane, out-lane situation, you have a piece of plastic here, because this part spins up like this. There's a vuck, kicks up into this like 180-degree U-turn onto the wire form, feeds into the to the left in lane. There's a left out lane. There's a spotlight right here. Then you have the sword, which covers the right in lane, and then the right out lane covered by this plastic flasher. So I'm going to attack this from the bottom. Come here, push through. I'm going to attack this from the top. Feed through here. There we go. Seesaw motion there. And do the same thing with the right out lane. Keep it down because it's going to want to rise up with the plastic there. So slowly feed it through. In the left in lane, the left in lane. And feed it through here, on the top. Feed it down. It's a little snug. Once you get in there, giving pressure to the top. Swing it back out again. Now, since there's a big piece of plastic here in the wire form and the flasher, I'm going to attack the left out lane from the bottom. Bring it up, click, 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 slide it up into the difficulty post. And I can clean this part just about, so I don't have to get in there, but just enough to do this. And that's how you clean your Star in Lord of the Rings.